Hey, what's up guys? Gemini, back with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Mr. McMahon DVD. So, this should be a good one. This one came out in 2006, so let's get into it. It was crazy, man. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy's done it all, seen it all, been all over the world, tried everything good, tried everything bad, had tremendous highs and had tremendous lows. And, you know, he is, when you look at him, I mean, you see the WWE when you look at him. I mean, he is, like the WWE or not, he is the WWE. There's no question about it. Okay, so the chapters, so I'll kind of show you guys, maybe it's not the easiest to see, but the chapters include him as an announcer. You know, if you remember back in the day when you watched the old tapes, Saturday Night's Main Event and Superstars, it was always Vince McMahon as the announcer on the shows, and you never really understood why. You know, he never got fired, but all the other announcers and everyone else got fired. You never really knew that because back then you didn't know he was the boss of the WWF. It was like Vince was always there, but nobody else was. Everybody else saw him getting fired, but Vince never moved around. The promoter, you know, as like I said, they kept that stuff quiet. And you never knew that Vince was the boss. I mean, you had heard rumors, but you never knew. The Monday Night War, of course, you know, him and Bischoff had some major problems, you know. And they tell a story on this DVD about how Jerry Lawler is talking about how Vince McMahon used to wish death on Eric Bischoff and stuff. Evolution of Mr. McMahon. And, you know, it all started, of course, when, you know, the Bret screws Bret thing. Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart, even though everybody in the world knew it was Vince that screwed Bret Hart. Austin vs. McMahon, that kind of says itself. That launched the WWF into a new stratosphere. The athlete, I mean, Vince McMahon's in good shape. I mean, no disputing that. The guy's ripped as hell. The chairman, the philanthropist, XFL. XFL 2001 was a huge fail. You know, he tried to compete with the NFL, and he lost a lot of money and got his ass kicked, and, you know, he gambled on the XFL, you know. The only reason why the XFL didn't work out better was because it's just the quality of football wasn't there. You know, I mean, I watched the XFL, just the games were just never as good. It was like watching a crappy college game. The risk taker, he is a risk taker. Triple H and Stephanie dating. Yeah, he didn't really like that at first. And they talk about dysfunctional family, you know, all their stuff that they portray on TV. The ladies' men, you know, he's had to go at Trish and Stacy and Tori. He's had to go at all the divas. He's worked with them all. The competitor, he was actually the WWF champion. Father vs. son. You know, Vince and Shane, the Kiss My Ass Club. I'm kind of glad I got away from that. I mean, talk about uncomfortable. The brand extension, you know, bringing it over to SmackDown. Vince McMahon and Stone Cold's volatile relationship. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's up and down. Hires Eric Bischoff back. You can't blame him. I mean, Bischoff's a genius. You can't blame him. McMahon-omania. Yeah, you know, him and Hogan got into it back in the day. You know, WrestleMania 19. The Bully. Honored. Yeah, he was bullied as a kid. But, you know, who's doing the bullying now? McMahon is. Honored. Father vs. daughter. You know, right before Stephanie's wedding. You know, he wanted to put Stephanie and Triple H's wedding on pay-per-view. He wanted to do an incest angle with Stephanie, and she had to go, no. And they had their match at No Mercy 2003. And, and Linda McMahon had to step in there and say no black eyes. Leading by example. You're fired, the Patriot, McMahonism. And the grandfather, you know, Shane and Marissa and Stephanie and Triple H. And then he's got some extras talking about how he enjoys the fight. Here's the deal. Forget about the chapters. Forget about the other stuff. If you want to get locked in on a very good story, very good DVD, this is a good DVD for you. I actually didn't really like this DVD when it first came out, but you know what? It's something that I can watch now and not be too bothered by. I am bothered by some of the stuff that Vince does, but this was a pretty good DVD. Like I said, Vince bothers me a little bit with some of his corporate stuff. I'm not for corporations. I'm not all about that, but I do respect Vince McMahon and his hard work ethic. Some of the corporate stuff with him and Stephanie and Triple H just makes me sick to my stomach. That's just business. It's just where we're at in 2014 with the corporate world. But all in all, it was a decent DVD. Not my favorite. Something I've seen, came out in 2006, and I've seen it 4 times maybe. Not my favorite. Like I said, not the first one that I grab off the shelf. I don't know. I wanted Vince to get a little more personal on it instead of just giving safe answers. And pretty much on the DVD, the knock is he just gave safe answers. And he didn't really let you get to know him. On this DVD, Vince gave you a taste, but he didn't give you all of it. So it's just a lot of safe answers. You know, it wasn't something to get to know Vince. It was like just something to make money. So that would be the one knock on this DVD, but it's entertaining. So that's been my review today on the Mr. McMahon DVD. Thank you for watching.